Hello and welcome to the big fight. And the fight is now really on as we head towards general elections, and we're going to have a whole series of special big fights trying to figure out who is going to be running the country about 3 to 4 months from now. Do we know? Do we have any idea right now who actually has the edge? Let's try and find out in this episode of the big fight who's got the edge right now. Is it the third front, as some are saying? Is it the UPA? Is it the NDA? Can we not tell at all? Let's find out, and we've got some of the best people to be telling us all about it. Jayanti Natarajan of the Congress Party, thank you so much for joining us. From the NDA and the BJP, we have Ravi Shankar Prasad. Wonderful that you could join us. Somebody who was with the NDA but now is not, is now in the undecided category. Jay Panda of the Biju Janata Dal. Thank you so much for being with us as well. Vinodpal Basu, of course, an old friend of ours from the CPM and the third front, now our third alternative or whatever it is. Actually, you're not calling the third alternative, a different alternative. It's great to have you with us. It also gives me great pleasure to welcome onto the show Mr. Tripathi, who's general spokesperson of the NCP, and we'll be trying to figure out just what exactly it is, Mr. Tripathi, that you are intending to do. Are you staying on with the UPA or going somewhere else? And also, let me welcome onto the show Mr. Langovan of the DMK. Thank you so much for joining us via satellite on the program. It's great to have you with us. And now let's figure out who actually has the edge right now. Jayanti? Well, you should be having the edge, considering you've been in power, so you would like to think you have the edge, but do you?
Yes, I do believe that we have the edge for two reasons. One is the UPA alliance stands firm, and I know you're going to ask me what the NCP stand is going to be and so on.
I'm going to ask him whether he thinks it stands firm.
Yes, so, but however, first I'd like to say that our record of governance has been really good. We have fulfilled most of our promises, most of the promises that we've made to the people, delivered a good government, and on the strength of that record, we believe that when we go back to the people that we will definitely have an edge. We believe that the UPA will stay together, that the experiment, not the experiment, that the experience of coalition government has been a very good experience with this government headed by Dr. Manmohan Singh under Sonia Gandhi. And therefore, I feel that with this coalition experiment, with the support of our allies, we certainly have the edge right now. On the other hand, the others formation on the other side, which is the NDA, are losing their allies every day, and therefore they don't. And the third front or the other alternative front lacks the pivot of a major national party at the centre, and therefore it will be difficult for them to form a government.
Okay, let me just take all those points up, one by one. Now that's what you're going to be hearing from them when they go to try and stay on in power. How are you going to answer that? First of all, on their record, and also maybe before we even go into that, I'm going to ask you about the charge which he's making about you losing allies. Now, Mr. Jay Panda would have was standing by your side, was one of your most trusted allies, has now deserted you. Does that sort of indicate that the NDA is a sinking ship?
First of all, she talked about the great performance of Dr. Manmohan Singh. The first and foremost question which the people of the country are going to ask is, does Dr. Manmohan Singh remain their bait as Prime Minister? You see the hoarding in Delhi. It is Sonia ji, then Rahul Gandhi, somewhere Manmohan Singh. And it's still, many Congress magazines say Rahul is the best bait of Prime Minister.
We can't have Narendra.
Just that's one point. Second point, since my good friend Jayanti came on governance straight away, they came with the plank of Aam Aadmi. Just 3 instances. Their Labour Bureau has done a survey. In between October to December, 5 lakh people have lost job in 8 organized sector. And if we take unorganized sector, it will be 50 lakh. Let's take the inflation part. The food economy still is 11% inflation.
Inflation is around 2.4% actually right now. It's a bad
general
example.
Inflation, I'm talking of food prices. They are 11%. See the UN report. And thirdly, as far as this great cohesive UPA is concerned, my good friend Mr. D.P. Tripathi is sitting here. Sharad Pawar has got the right to entertain prime ministerial ambition.
Okay,
Mr. Amar Singh has a constant worry that they did not do proper alliance with him.
I must, in the interest of Mr. Tripathi, point out that he's sitting there because we asked him to sit there, not because he chose to sit next to you.
Sure.
But Mr. Tripathi, so with that quick, would you want to say anything to him on...
Let me just complete a little word about my good friend Jayant Panda. Yes.
Okay.
Certainly, we worked well for 11 years. We had the highest trust for them. They had the highest trust for us. It is difficult for us to understand as to why they left us.
Okay, I'll ask
if they wish to leave, they could have been more free and fair.